So hello, my name's Rob and this is Cattle Rabbit Scale Model Studios, and in this video I'm going to be looking at the Vallejo Xpress Color, which is the new paint contrast, I guess, competitor made by Vallejo. Now, I don't really like doing videos like this, just purely because it always seems that everyone has their own contrast, and to me paint is a very subjective thing. Not only is every paint the best paint in the world, it's also the worst paint in the world. It really depends the situation and who's using it. It's really down to preference. So I try to actively avoid doing paint kind of videos with bits like this. However, I saw Angel Giraldes doing a quick little video of just painting up a miniature with some of these colours. So I went to Goblin Gaming UK and they had them on there. So I picked up the exact same two that Mr. Giraldes had used, and I thought, you know what, I'll try them for myself. And that's exactly what we're going to do in this video. I would have liked more of the range, however, I guess hobby pounds permitting. So I got this Orc Boy. Once again, I just thought this was quite cool. I found a guy on eBay, he's called the Bald Orc, and he just sells really reasonably priced singles of multi-part kits. So if you're ever after a particular model, check him out. I'll leave his link and all the links and things in the description below, so do check that out. So we're going to use this as intended. Now all it says on the bottle is to shake well. Now I know there's an argument for adding a little bit of medium to things like contrast. However, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do exactly what it says out of the bottle, because I want to see what the staining's like, what the opacity's like, and I also get something called like I call it a shiny crevice. If I can undo the lid, I need to hit that gem a bit more, I think. And what I mean by shiny crevice is when sometimes contrast pulls together a lot, you kind of get this really stark discoloration. I notice it happens sometimes on the older range of Citadel contrasts. I can't speak for Speed Paints or the Green Stuff World dipping inks kind of equivalent that they've released. Now you can see here that we've got some air bubbles straight out the pot. To me, it's always a little bit of a bad sign, if I'm honest with you. It could be that I've just shaken it a bit too much and it's come out a little bit frothy. But as you can see here, I'm moving the bubbles around and they're not actually dispersing. The last thing you want on a miniature is bubbles, because they'll dry and you'll get these really weird circles, and then you'll have to paint over that, and that's awkward. However, it feels good. It's got like a really milky consistency. I'm just going to load my brush up here, and we're just going to start on this guy's little hand, and we're just going to see how it comes out. Start on the back actually. One thing I will say, this is a lovely shade of green. It really is. I always do my orcs quite bright. I tend to work with things like Elysium green in the Citadel range, so I like a bright orc skin, and this is right up my street. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to paint the rest of this guy, and we'll have a look at him at the end. So there's our guy. He's still a bit wet, but you know what? It actually went on really, really well. Really nice to work with. You can see already, you can see what I mean about the shiny crevices. You can see that on the back just pooling. I didn't want to move it around. I just wanted to do it as it settled, as I didn't want to kind of like muck about, because obviously not everyone's going to be moving their, shades around. This is strictly for getting a job done. And really, in the grand scheme of things, when you look at it, now he's completely dry. You can see what I mean about the shiny crevice here. There's a tiny little bit of staining, and somewhere it doesn't look like it's settled quite as well as it probably could have. However, for the majority, it's pretty good. I think it's a very solid start for Vallejo, kind of on par with the second wave of contrast. So they've already taken 2 steps forward, I think. But let's see. I'll definitely pick up some more of these and I'll let you know my thoughts over on lives and things like that. But that's it for me in this one. I'll see you next time. God bless. and take care.